So the right to a jury trial with the foundation, our Seventh Amendment in this country, is critical, and it's being preserved here today, as well as by our members and the judges here today. So we're very excited.
A fully loaded tractor trailer is hogging the entire road, both sides, in the opposite direction as a car traveling in its proper lane at 35 miles per hour. There is a catastrophic collision between the 80,000-pound tractor trailer and the car.
And what happened when your marriage separated?
That was before the accident. Frankly, I don't know what happened.
Okay, and at that time, was what you were dealing with keeping you from doing your job in any way?
Oh, no.
So after you got out of the hospital, how were you feeling?
I just kind of describe it as being in a fog. I noticed that I was forgetting really basic stuff.
When you went to your doctor, then what happened?
Well, I told him, what was going on, and he sent me to Dr. Anderson. And that's when he used the term brain injury.
Have you gone on any trips since this accident?
No, I haven't gone anywhere.
You were married in June of 2018?
Yes.
And she's the one who left you, right?
She did.
And after she left you, you started seeing a psychologist.
Yes.
And you learned from that psychologist that some of your behaviors were related to you being clinically depressed. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the accident. You were told by the people at the doctors at the emergency room that the CAT scan of your head and neck were completely normal.
That's what they said.
And none of your care providers took you permanently off work, did they?
Not specifically. No.
Done a little bit of traveling since the accident, haven't you?
I don't remember.
All right, well, let me show you. Watch the Buckeyes?
Yes.
And that was about 5 months after the accident.
Yes.
And then in December of 2019, you went to a party on New Year's Eve, didn't you?
Yeah, that was a fundraiser for my job.
And that was just 6 months after the accident that we're here on.
Yes.
I think that's all the questions I have for you.
We found out that Dawn's verbal memory was significantly below where it should have been.
What's the combined effect on Dawn with having a brain injury, chronic fatigue, cognitive deficits, depression, anxiety, and pain?
The impact of all of these things would make very difficult occupations such as his difficult to maintain the pace that he has always taken.
As I understand from this report, it was your opinion that based upon the IQ test from the Wechsler that you in fact felt that the finding was pretty normal.
Yes.
What is causing the verbal memory and auditory memory deficiencies?
So I think that's predominantly the depression and the PTSD.
Can you point me to any literature that backs up your statement that verbal memory deficiencies and auditory memory deficiencies are caused by PTSD?
From my experience and training, the combination of poor sleep, PTSD, depression, and pain can absolutely lead to those deficits.
All the evidence that you heard, even though the plaintiff wants to suggest to you that there's 4 medical doctors who support their opinion, they don't. I'm asking you to do what you came here to do and apply only the facts to the law as Judge French will give it to you. And the only conclusion is that Mr. Draper did not suffer a traumatic brain injury as a result of this incident.
The accident is the problem here. He didn't have memory problems before, as proved by the defense showing his Facebook account giving a lecture 3 months before. Now think about this. Did the depression before cause him memory problems? No. Something happened, and that something that happened was a collision with a semi-truck.
We received the verdict from the jury, and it is as follows. Past lost income, $130,000. Future lost income, $130,000. Emotional suffering, depression, PTSD, and anxiety, past $100,000, future $100,000. Traumatic brain injury, including issues of memory, concentration, anger, headaches, cognitive decline, confusion, fatigue, multitasking, focusing, nausea, vomiting, past $250,000, future $375,000, which, if my math is correct, I believe is a total of $1,085,000.